Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Eliza at Eliza Journals. If you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back. So today I'm going to be showing you a little tutorial of how I actually fill out my reading journal for 2025. I guess you can call it a tutorial, but I'm not really sure. You can call it what you want to, but I'm just going to be showing you how I fill it out during the week. Sometimes I wait to the end of the week just in case I have to fill out more books. My goal is 50 books. However, I really can read 10 books a month, but this year I'm choosing quality over quantity, although it can be both. But so I'm just going to get right into showing you how I actually fill out my reading journal. So I'm going to show you some supplies that I actually use for my reading journal, which is not a lot. So here I have some archival ink. This is by Ranger, and I like this ink because it is oil-based ink and it does not soak through the back of my paper. So I use this. I have a stamp, like a oh my gosh, it's pretty much like a stamp set, and I got this actually from Illustrated Face. So this one is really pretty old. As you can see, it is very used, and it allows me to put the year, the day, the month, and then here are just really some faith sentiments that I really don't use. So I turn it to like the blank side of it. So I use this, and then I have my HP Sprocket that I use to print out pictures. So I know I get a lot of questions about how did you print your pictures out. I use my HP Sprocket because it allows me to print 4 pictures per sheet. So the sheets that I usually get from Amazon, I buy them in like a bulk. So it comes in like a pack of 100 for $50, and it's the zinc paper. And I just, to be honest, I really don't buy off-brand paper because I've never used it before, and I'm not really sure how it will react to my HP Sprocket. So I just purchased them through HP from Amazon because it comes in like a pack of 100, and the size is a 2x3. So I'm using that. My original plan, like I showed y'all in my previous video, was that I had really made my own inserts so that I would not have to buy paper from HP. I was really just going to print them off on my computer at the end of the month, but with the house fire thing, that has changed, and I was not really able to print my inserts. I know I could go to Staples, but that requires a lot of printing, and that's also not feasible. So it's basically just better to for me right now to just use the HP zinc paper, and it comes in 10 sheets per pack, which is not bad. But if you're reviewing every book that you use in your journal, it will get very expensive. So this year my goal is only to do reviews for books that are 4 stars, 4 and 5 stars. So that's that. And I actually just keep them in like a little Ziploc bag. And then I have tweezers, of course, because this paper is adhesive, which is one of the things that I really, really like about this paper though. You don't have to worry about using your own tape or finding tape or some double-sided adhesive because it's already adhesive on the back. Okay, so the next thing that I use, well, really that is pretty much all that I use for my reading journal for when I'm getting ready to update it. I've already printed out the picture that I'm gonna use, and I've already updated. So if you did not see my last reel on Instagram, I've already updated my front pages of my reading journal, and I show everyone that in my reel. So pretty much, if you're new to my channel, this is my reading journal, and I have it separated by reading. So it's abbreviated because of course I could never like I don't even think tabs exist wide enough for the actual word. So this RDJ is reading. So basically this is like my reading challenge of all the books that I'll be reading for the year when I fill it in. The TBR is the TBR is to be read section, which I have not filled it in yet, which I will do like sometime later this week. BKS is just books. It's basically going to be my visual bookshelf, and I've already added the first book here, which is Granger. I'm actually not going to add any stars here because, again, that's not really feasible, as I will have to buy like triple the number of star stickers in order to rate that here. So I don't think at this moment that I'll be using any rating stickers. This basically would just be like a virtual bookshelf so that I can actually see all the books that I have read throughout the entire year. And SRIS is my series tracker. So these are books I'm going to list that's in a series so that I can keep track of which book I actually read. And then DNF, of course, is do not finish, is the books that I did not finish, or if I hard DNF or soft DNF, because sometimes when I soft DNF books, I still don't finish. Okay, so then when it comes to January, this page right here is where I will track my reading pages. So for this book, I actually read 104 pages the first day, 173 pages the second day, and on Friday I read 240 pages, which finished out the book. So as y'all can see, I am a fast reader. It just depends on how committed I am to the book and how great the book is. I'm really a mood reader, so if I'm not in the mood for that book, sometimes I soft DNF it, and then I'll come back to it another time when I feel like I'm in the mental headspace for that. Okay, so now this is my tracker page. So I basically tracked the start of the book, and then I finished the book. So this is where these come in at. I just really like this because it's just so cute to me. So I put the name of the book and the author, when I started the book, when I finished it, and how many pages I read. So, and then my next one is my rating page, and I guess I can actually do this on camera. So this part is not in my reel. I didn't even think of this part. So I'm just going to rate this and rate this a 5-star. And if y'all are interested in where I got these rating stickers from, I will link the girl's shop below, and I will link her shop below, her Etsy shop below, sorry. I actually had her to, she made these stickers, but she didn't have them in black, and I messaged her and was like, hey, can you make these in black? And then she was like, yeah, sure, of course. And then she made these in all black, and I ordered like 15 packs from her. And this was like last year, I think maybe last year, no, 2023. So that's why I got these rating stickers from. And then this is just my monthly reflection, which I have not gotten to yet. So today I'm just going to show you all how I update my reading tracker for the next book that I actually read. So the second book that I read was In Love and Trouble by Alice Walker. Okay, so I'll kind of talk about that when I get to the rating page. Okay, so I've already printed it out. So I printed it out, and like I said, it comes 4 on a sheet if you choose to collage it. And then this was a ebook. So a lot of the books that I'll be reading will be ebooks. I do not have a color system for that. So when I get to organizing my TBR, I will be organizing my TBR by physical and ebook so that I know, hey, this is an ebook, because I don't have any access to any of my mile liners in order for me to color code this, whether it's audio, physical, or ebook. So I just write the name, Alice Walker, In Love and Trouble. By Alice Walker. Okay, so that's that. And then I'm gonna flip to, and I made several pages, and then I also, so if you have not seen my tutorial on how I actually made these bookshelves, I will actually link it above in the cards for you. Let me see, 10:45. So that you can actually see how I made one of these pages. So I'm going to skip my TBR. I'm not going to fill this out because I haven't even written out any of the books that I own, whether they're physical or ebooks. Okay, so I'm going to go to the book section, and then this is where I'm using this. I really haven't, so let me see if I skip. This is where I need to measure at, because you have to make sure that when you put these on here, they will be equidistant. So, okay, I have some that's already printed out, because I want to do 4 per I want to do 4 per, pretty much per block. So I have to see how many I have to skip. I'm so glad I had printed these out. So this one will be here, of course. So let's see. So I'm gonna say equidistant, maybe a little off. So basically it'll be between like this. Okay, so with that being said, I can take this off, leave that one there, and then I just use tweezers to separate the back from the front. And I usually have a watchmaker tweezers, so if y'all don't know how those look, those basically are just, it has like, they're long. It's pretty much longer than this, probably twice as long. And then the tweezer, like the end of it is like really pointy. Oh my gosh, y'all, I absolutely love them. They're called watchmaker tweezers. And it's watchmaker tweezers for a reason. Because watchmakers use them because they're tiny at the end to grip like little pieces. Okay, so that's that. And I only do this after I'm finished, because guess what? What if I don't read? What if I put all the books I'm going to read for that month down? I really want them in chronological order of when I actually read them. Okay, so then the next thing I'm going to do is go to January, and I'm going to actually fill out me reading. So the first day I read 24 pages. So I just put 24. And then I like to come back and use my pen just to pop it a little bit, to pop that color. And I'm trying to keep my head in the frame. Okay, so then today is Sunday, which I am recording this on Sunday. The book was 100 and, oh my gosh, let me see. It was 139 pages. So let me go to my Amazon to just, well, really I need to go to my Kindle app. Because I need to make sure. Okay, whatever. Like all these, whatever. Okay, so, go to my library. Okay, here it is. So, those are all my annotations from the book. And we'll talk about that, slightly talk about that, because that's going to be in like another video. I just want to see, come on. This is why I hate using my iPad, because my e-reader is just so much better. Okay, so 139 pages. And really, I don't really consider this 139 pages. I stopped where the last page is. So that's 137. So that means I read 113 pages in a way. And we'll talk about that in a minute. 113 pages. Okay, so now we're going to flip to the book, my tracker section, and then I'm going to write the name of the book, In Love. And I know you're probably like, man, you're so extra. But this just helps me to just have fun while I'm reading. Trouble by Alice Walker. Okay, so then I started it yesterday, which was the 4th. So I'm going to change my date to the 4th. And then, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I just need to make sure that I only get ink on one side. And it can go to the next line. I really don't care about that. So I'm going to put 137 pages. And this just helped me at the end of the month to actually calculate all the pages that I actually read, because I am using that as a statistic for the end of the month and for the year. Okay, so now that that's done, we're going to go to the rating, which is here. I had to put it to the side because it would have covered up the sticker, which I didn't want to happen. So I just put it to the side. And then 3-star. Okay, so now I can talk a little bit about my rating. I really don't have a rating scale of how I rate. You know how some people have like a rating tracker or like a rating measurement? I really don't do that. I think that because I'm a mood reader, it just depends. However, when I give books 4 or 5 stars, I'm just going to tell y'all, when I give books 4 or 5 stars, it's because my attention was kept the entire time. The plot was clear. The characters were extremely developed. I love the literary images, the descriptions. Like, if it caught my attention the entire time and the ending was really strong, it's a 5-star. Like, if it was a page turner, it was a 5-star, basically. Like, if I just love the development of every single thing that was in the book, 5-star. So 4 stars is basically like the book was amazing, but the ending was kind of iffy. It was like, why is this in here? Or if I had to question, like, maybe a couple things, like the relevance of details in a book, or the relevance of like a character, or how something just does not come together, or it's just like something abnormal, like it's not relevant to the plot, it's not really relevant to anything in the book, it's pretty much like a 4-star. And endings to me is everything. Like, if a book ends and you're like, seriously? So we read everything climax and then the ending was like this, it's pretty much like a 4-star. So a 3-star is, it didn't really keep my attention, but it kept my attention enough for me to just keep reading and not DNFing, because I really want to see how this is going to progress. And the reason why I gave her book a 4-star, and it's not because she's not a great writer, it's because the stories, there were short stories, which I don't have a problem reading a book with short stories, but some of the stories I just did not connect with. I just couldn't connect with. It was like I was reading and there was no comprehension of what I was reading. I was just reading words. And I really think that maybe I should have read this book last. So then I've just found myself just reading. And I'm like, and then I came across maybe 2 stories that were actually really good within the book. And then the rest of them were like, huh? You know, so, and Alice Walker is amazing. She's a great writer, but I just could not connect with these stories. I just really couldn't. And I, as much as I tried to really just connect the relevancy of like modern day and then back during this time, I could not visualize it. I couldn't visualize it. It was only 2 stories that I could literally I was really into, and I could visualize these things happening because it was pretty much like women. And these 2 stories, these 2 stories do have trigger warnings. They were a little, I'm not going to say, one was pretty much a little violent. And they were like basically domestic violence. So, and that's not why I like them. It's just I could connect the situation that the women were in based on the things that happen now with Black women. And that's just not even with Black women, it's with all women. But definitely that I have like visually witnessed, you know, that happens to women and Black women all the time. So that's why I gave it 3 stars, because I couldn't connect with half of the stories that were present in the book. So I gave that a 3 star. So a 2 star is basically if like it was boring, but I still finished it. A 1, I give a book a 1 if I had to DNF it. It's getting a 1 because it's just no point in me reading it. So that's pretty much how I fill out my reading journal. So the next time I record a video, I will actually go through with y'all my TBR. Hopefully I can do that actually today. I just need to really write out all my books, write out all my physical books and ebooks, and I actually am going to separate them. So I'm probably going to actually have to make another page, or maybe, you know what, I can write on the back. I actually can write on the back. Because I was like, I don't want to waste paper, so I probably can write on the back, which is completely fine, and that may be what I will do. I'll just continue this on the back side. But anyway, so if you stay to the end of the video, give me a green heart in the comments, because guess what, this is my favorite color. And make sure you like, share, subscribe, turn on the notifications bell if you want to receive any future videos from me. Make sure you share this video with a friend who's interested in reading and loves reading journals. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.